Here is the world news from BGI TV. I am yours faithfully, Mori Rebila Lawal. First are the major headlines for the world news. Sokoto court remands suspected killers of Deborah Samuel. You can't win elections in Nigeria with clear eye, Pastor Ibiyomi. Our children won't attend school again, says Deborah's parents. Pastor offers scholarship to Deborah's siblings, promises parents better life. DSS told to arrest Sheikh Abubakar Jibril immediately over Bishop Kuka. We went there to grab his wife. Bandits who kidnapped man in Kaduna review. 3 suspected terrorists crushed to death by motorists in Niger State. Gunmen abduct village head, kill 6 in Kano South. And foreign story, Russia-Ukraine war live updates, Sweden joins Finland in NATO bid. And sport, Aziza Toshola wins Golden Boot with Barcelona female team. The news in detail. Founder of Salvation Ministry, Pastor David Ibiyomi, has alleged that some Nigerian politicians indulge in many evil acts, including rituals, just to win elections. Speaking during the church service in Port Harcourt, the River State capital, on Sunday, the man of God argued that it is impossible to win an election in the country without spiritual power, while calling on Christians vying for elective position to seek God. The popular pastor claimed that even the best candidates win elections without spiritual forces. He said, "Can you play politics and win in Nigeria today? I don't know of other countries though, but can you win politics with a clear eye? Even if you are the best candidate, you can't win. You can have all the good English. It's only you and your wife that will vote." The kind of people who are into politics, some of them pound children, some do rituals, some do all manner of things. You need supernatural force to subdue those forces. The Christian Association of Nigeria on Sunday said it would explore all avenues to get justice for Deborah Samuel, a 200-level student of Shehu Shagari College of Education in Sokoto, who was lynched last week for allegedly blaspheming Prophet Muhammad. In the chat with the Punch on Sunday, Reverend Bayo Oladeji, the spokesman for the CAN president, said the Christian body would consider writing petitions to the United Nations and other international organizations to bring them up to speed on the plight of Christians in Nigeria. Oladeji stated this as Deborah's mother, Hilary Emmanuel, in an interview with the Punch, said she would never send her remaining 7 children to school because of the gruesome killing of her daughter. Still on a similar story, the General Overseer of Omega Power Ministries, Chibuzo Chinyere, has offered automatic scholarship to the 7 siblings of slain Deborah Samuel. Deborah, a 200-level student of Shehu Shagari College of Education, Sokoto, was stoned and burnt on the school campus last Thursday for allegedly blaspheming Prophet Muhammad. Her killing has sparked outrage across the country, with many calling for the swift prosecution of 2 suspects arrested in connection with the crime, while some Muslim youth also demanded the release of the suspect last Saturday. The protesters rioted, vandalized and burnt market stalls, churches, and structures perceived to belong to the Christians. Governor Aminu Tambuwal subsequently imposed a curfew on the state to stem the violence that broke out. Deborah's mother, Hilary Emmanuel, on Sunday had said that she would never send her remaining 7 children to school because of the barbaric murder of her daughter. Emmanuel Amitia said, "I have no demands, I don't want anything, but one thing I know is that my children will never go to school again," she concluded. Still on the Deborah's issue, police on Monday arraigned 2 suspects, Bele Aminu Aliyu and Aminu Okunchi, over the lynching of a 200-level home economics student of Shehu Shagari College of Education, Sokoto State, Deborah Samuel, on May 12th. The Punch had reported that the student was linked to death over alleged blasphemy. The suspect co-students of the deceased were arraigned at the Sokoto Chief Magistrate Court for their alleged participation in the crime. They pleaded not guilty to the crime. Prosecuting Inspector Kelly Muta told the court that an investigation was in progress as the Rror's corpse was still in the morgue at the Usman Danfodio University Teaching Hospital, Sokoto. Leading a team of 34 lawyers, the defense counsel Professor Mansour Ibrahim, applied for their bail and liberal terms, citing constitutional provisions and sections of the Administration of Criminal Justice Law. The trial judge named withheld for security reasons reserved a ruling on the bail application and ordered the accused to be remanded at a correctional center. Before she was named, Deborah was accused of blasphemy on a WhatsApp chat platform set up by her classmates and refused to retract her post after she was asked to pull it down. A violent street protest followed the arrest of suspects linked to the lynching of Deborah as the protesters demanded their immediate release by security operatives. Governor Aminu Tambuwa consequently imposed a 24-hour curfew on Sokoto metropolis on Saturday. He relaxed the curfew on Monday to be observed from dusk to dawn. Still on the set, Deborah Samuel, Human Rights Writers Association of Nigeria, Rror, on Monday tasked the Department of State Services to arrest the chief imam of Bayero University, Kano, BUK, Sheikh Abu Bakr Jibril, fraudulently inciting Muslims against the Bishop of the Catholic Diocese of Sokoto, Matthew Asen Kuka. Rror, in a statement by its national coordinator, Comrade Emmanuel Onwubiko, said Jibril was captured in a video that has gone viral, allegedly telling his many Muslim followers to get the home address of Kuka and possibly attack the bishop if he is the person that sent Deborah Samuel Emmanuel Yakubu to the Shehu Shagari College of Education in Sokoto, where she allegedly blasphemed against the Prophet of Islam. Rampaging hoodlums Saturday vandalized at least 2 parishes presided over by Bishop Kuka, and it took the swift responses of security operatives to stop any attack on Kuka's personal residence. Rioters had on Thursday stoned and burnt a 200-level economic student of the Shehu Shagari College of Education in Sokoto, Deborah Yakubu, for alleged blasphemy of Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. The police arrested 2 suspects, but protesters demanded their release. The young demonstrators turned violent, vandalized, looted, and burned traders' shops, churches, and residential apartments perceived to be owned by Christians. Rror accused security agencies as well as 18 of the 19 governors in the whole of northern Nigeria of supporting the brutal killing of blasphemous and for grooming Islamic extremists through the implementation of policies skewed in favor of Muslims to the neglect of many other citizens of other faith and belief systems in those states. Moving forward, in case you're just joining, you are watching the world news from BGI TV. The operatives of the Inspector General of Police Intelligence Response Team, IRT, have rescued a family man from bandit terrorists in Kaduna State. The terrorists are said to have kidnapped their victim, Malam Jibril Seidu, at his house on April 29th this year. From their confession after arrest, the criminal element said they had stormed Seidu's wife that night purposely to make love with her. However, upon sighting the husband Seidu in the house, they resolved to abduct him for money. The 2 suspected bandits arrested are Abdurrahman Lolo and Mohammed Sani. Report confirmed they were nabbed by the force team led by DCP Olatunji Diso. Their arrest, Nigeria News understands, was made following a distress call to the Operation Puff Ada that some kidnappers had invaded the Bandoho community in Kaduna. Speaking while parading the suspect, the force public relations officer CSP Muyiwa Adejobi said the suspect confessed that their initial plan was to abduct and make love to the victim's wife. The woman who sells Fura and Nunu within the area had been mentioned by the suspect before the attack. Upon breaking into her room, they found her with her husband. At the point, they changed their plan from kidnapping and love-making to kidnapping for money. The invaders demanded the key to the motorcycle of the 35-year-old businessman, Jibril Saidu, and whisked away with him. The police mouthpiece disclosed further at the force headquarters that immediately after the terrorists left, the mother of the husband raised the alarm and the resident came out but could not chase after the invaders for fear that the kidnappers may be armed with guns. The villagers, however, immediately organized local vigilantes to secure the community and then sent a distress call to the IRT operatives attached to Operation Puff Ada for urgent action, the news concluded. To our electronic event. In what has been described as a rare act, a commercial driver reportedly ran over 3 suspected terrorists in Niger State last weekend. The incident, Niger News lines, happened in Mutundaya, a community in Shiroro Council area of the state. According to reports, the driver was heading to Gwada when he encountered the terrorists on the road. With boldness, he reportedly sped off and crushed 3 amongst them as they shot at his vehicle. The terrorists unfortunately killed 2 passengers in the vehicle, while a passerby also sustained a bullet injury. The terrorists are said to have stormed Mutunda and Gwara communities earlier and started displacing 20 villages, rustling cattle and valuable properties in Nigerian land. The Nation report that the terrorists invaded the communities in over 69 motorcycles, with each carrying 3 passengers armed with AK-47 and AK-49 guns. Before the motorists and terrorists encounter, armed military personnel had entered the communities to repel the terrorists, neutralizing 6 terrorists while 1 bandit was apprehended. Confirming the event, the State Commandant of Niger State Vigilante Corps, NSVC, Yarima Nasir Manta, said the security task force was on the trail of the fleeing bandit. The State Police Command also revealed that the terrorists were also sighted at Zazaga, Njita, Fuka, and Daza villages of Monya local government area of the states. Still on insecurity, some unidentified gunmen have trunked Kadifia village of Takai local government area of Kano, killing 6 persons and abducting the village head Yahya Aliyu. The gunmen in their numbers were said to have opened gunfire, hitting 9 persons. 6 reportedly died, while 3 are said to be critically injured. Confirming the incident, the state police spokesperson, SP Aruna Kiyawa, said the gunmen entered Takai Kadifi village in Kano South, about 19 kilometers away from the state capital. The police spokesman, SP Aruna, said they have since dispatched a team of crime prevention police crack team, assuring that soon they will rescue the abducted village heir. Kano South has been engulfed in insecurity with a base of criminals around Folgore forest, which links the states to Cameroon and Chad. Keyawa explained that the government entered Takai through Ringim Forest, which is vast and covers up to Jigawa State and other neighboring states. Recall that Governor Ganduje had established a military training ground at Folgore Forest, drastically reducing kidnapping and cattle rustling in the area. After that story, we go straight to our foreign story. Sweden is joining neighboring Finland in formally seeking to join NATO, a move that will deal a serious diplomatic blow to Russian President Vladimir Putin as his war reshapes Europe's security landscape while disfiguring towns and villages across Ukraine. Sweden's Prime Minister announced Monday that the country would drop its long-held non-aligned status and apply to join the Transatlantic Military Alliance. It was the latest evidence that an invasion launched to counter NATO and control Kyiv is increasingly threatening the West while Russia scales back its goals and the East after struggle persists. And finally, sports story. Despite missing a number of top-flight matches due to injuries, Aziza Toshuala has won the Golden Boot after scoring 20 goals. The 27-year-old Super Falcons forward achieved the feat after scoring 20 goals in 19 league appearances and will share the award with Brazilian Geice Ferreira, who also managed 20 goals in 27 appearances for Madrid. The award was confirmed on Sunday after Barcelona finished the season with a 2-1 victory over Atletico Madrid. In the game that saw both teams reduce to 10 players, Oshoala was introduced in the 63rd minute, but she could not add to her tally of goals. Oshoala switched to Barcelona in July 2019 from Arsenal, for whom she made 13 league appearances, in total scoring 2 goals. In topping the chart, she became the first Nigerian to achieve the feat. Her goals also helped Barcelona to win the league title, unbeaten with 30 wins in 30 games. Barcelona and Oshoala will now shift their focus to the UEFA Women's Championship League final, where they face Lyon on May 21st. That was the world news from BGI TV. But before we go, a quick recap of some major headlines. You can't win elections in Nigeria with clear eye, Pastor Ibiyomi. Our children won't attend school again, says Deborah's parent. Sokoto court remands suspected killers of Deborah Samuel. And to another interesting national story, 3 suspected terrorists crushed to death by motorists in United States and foreign. Russia-Ukraine war live updates. Sweden joins Finland in NATO bid. Aziza Toshuala wins Golden Boot with Barcelona female team. That concludes the world news from this hour. Thank you for watching. For more updates on our YouTube channel, the handle is Babal Magide Imo TV. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell, select option all to access our broadcast. On Facebook, Bagede Imo with Alawiye Adebayo. Please like and follow the page for you to enjoy the broadcast. On Instagram, Bagede Imo _22. For advert placement of your goods and services, coverage of event and function, the phone number streaming on your screen is the direct line to call strictly for advert placement. I am Moribe Rabila Lawal. Good evening.
Oh, na, na, na. If you want to know what's going on in city, or you want to listen to the latest news and gist, no stress, oh, just into BGI TV. BGI TV, you're one in a million.